I'm Nagaswati, working as an assistant professor and head of the Department of Commerce with Computer Applications, Mannar Thirumalai Naikar College, Madurai. Today we are going to see the course of Database Management System. The topic is DDL, Data Definition Language. Let us see what are SQL commands. SQL commands are the fundamental building blocks for communicating with the DBMS, that is Database Management System. It is used to interact with the database with some operations. It can perform various tasks like creating a table, modifying a table, adding data into a table, deleting a table and dropping the table, and permission for users. SQL commands are mainly categorized into five categories. The first one is DDL, Data Definition Language. The next one is DQL, Data Query Language. The third one is DML, Data Manipulation Language. The next one, DCL, Data Control Language. And the last one is TCL, Transaction Control Language. DDL actually consists of the SQL commands. It can be used for deleting, altering, and defining the database structures such as tables, indexes, and schemas. So, common DDL commands are create, drop, alter, truncate, comment, rename. So, these are the commands which are used in DDL. The tabular column shows all the commands which are used in DDL. The first command is create. Create is used to create a new database objects like table, index, function, views, store procedure and triggers. The syntax for create, we can write create table and then we can mention a table name and then what are the fields we are going to use, that is a column, and then the data type for that column. So we can write create table, table name of column 1 and then data type, comma column 2 and then data type. So how many fields we are going to use in the table we can mention here. The next one is drop. The drop command is used to delete objects from the database. So the syntax for drop is drop table and then table name. The next one is alter. The alter command is used to modify the structure of an existing table. That is, we can add, delete or change some columns. So the syntax for alter is alter table, table name, add column, column name, and then we have to mention the data type. The next one is truncate. Truncate command. It is used to remove all records from a table, including all spaces allocated for the records are removed. So we can write the command as truncate table, table name. The next one is comment. Comment, which is used to add some comments to the data dictionary, and we can use the syntax for comment as comment, comment name, and then the table, table name. The last one is rename. Rename an object existing in the database. So it is used to rename a table or some column. So we can write it as rename table, table name to new table name. So this is the syntax for rename. So these are the commands which are used in DDL. The best practices for DDL. When dropping a table that may not exist, use drop table. If exists, to prevent errors. The next one is backup your data before performing major DDL changes, especially it is irreversible ones like a drop and truncate. So always be cautious when using drop and truncate as the actions are permanent and result in data loss. So some other the best practices is plan before we can create. So design our database schema on paper or tools like ER diagrams before writing the DDL commands. The next one is the decide tables, columns, data types and relationship in advance. The next one is use appropriate data types. So choose the smallest suitable data type, example int instead of begin int if possible. Use varchar with a reasonable length. Don't just make everything 255 characters. The next one is always define primary keys. So every table should have a primary key, that is a unique identifier. So ensure data integrity and faster joins. The next one is use constraints properly. Apply not null, unique, check and foreign key constraints. So it prevents invalid data and maintains relationship. The next one is name objects clearly and consistently. Use meaningful names. Example, employee's salary instead of ES. So don't make it as a very short. The next one is use consistent case and format. Improves readability and teamwork. So it performs the readability and also the teamwork. The next one is use alter carefully. Avoid frequent structural changes in production databases. Test any altered operation in a development environment first. It changing columns or data types can cause data loss. The next one is backup before structural changes. Always take a backup before running, drop, alter or truncate. Already I have said. So DDL changes are often irreversible. The next one is document schema changes. Maintain a version control or change log for all DDL modifications. So it helps in auditing and rollback if needed. The next one is set proper indexes. After creating tables, define indexes on frequently searched columns. So it improves query performance dramatically. So these are the best practices for we are using the DDL commands. So DDL statement is very important to create a table. So before that we can learn what are the practices in this DDL statements. Thank you.